Welcome to PMPA's Final Cut of the Week, where we share important information you may have missed while you were making essential parts. I'm Daraine Davis.
And I'm Renee Merker, and this is what you need to know for the week ending December 13th, 2024. The Small Business Optimism Index rose by 8 points to 101.7, marking the highest reading since June of 2021. This surge in optimism is attributed to recent election results that signal a shift in economic policy, fostering a more favorable environment for small businesses. Owners expecting the economy to improve rose 5 points to 41%. Our take? Businesses expect Washington to get to work solving key tax issues before their expiration, which provides greater certainty for planning the way forward.
CPI increased by 0.3% in November after having an increase of 0.2% for the previous 4 months. The index increased 2.7% over November 2023. Core inflation increased at 0.3% in November, which is about a 3.6% annualized rate. Inflation has eased over the past year, but further progress has stalled with recent interest rate cuts. Core inflation has maintained 0.3% for the last 4 months. That is a stable level of increases, but at too high of a rate to achieve the long-term prospects of 2% inflation.
Producer prices rose by 0.4% in November, the highest level in 5 months. November came in double the market forecast of 0.2%. The October number was revised up to 0.3%. Core PPI rose by 0.2% in line with market expectations. Prices are starting to rise again at the producer level. The Federal Reserve's interest rate cuts are proving to have been premature.
How are we to choose between all of the various tool coatings available? Miles Free, Carly Kistler-Miller, and David Wynn discuss different coatings for tools and criteria for selecting or avoiding them for your application. This podcast and our Speaking of Suppliers podcast can be found on major podcast platforms or on PMPA.org.
Now it's time for our weekly tip. Synthetic web slings, cable slings, and alloy chain slings carry most, if not all, of the raw materials over the machines and equipment in our shops. Slings may also be used to move other items and are generally used with an overhead crane. To learn more about safe sling use for a safe environment, go to PMPA.org's Knowledge Centers or Final Cut of the Week.
And that's our take on what you need to know for the week ending December 13th, 2024. For additional information and links about any of the topics discussed today, go to PMPA.org and click on Final Cut of the Week.
Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next Friday.